helps. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know because I'm having to use my old microphones because I don't know where they were placed. So if you can hear me, just say yes. This is one that I toured this week. This is a couples coach by Surveyor. Awesome. I hit the microphone button, so thank you for letting me know. I'm going to be showing you stuff that I'm going to be touring next week. I'm also going to be showing you stuff that I did tour this week. This is one of the Surveyors that I toured. An amazing floor plan. It's blowing up on YouTube. I did not expect it to get that many views, but people seem to love it. Starting to put a much bigger window on the front. But look at these chairs. They are like sturdy chairs. They are not like some chintzy chairs that you'll see in a lot of other trailers, like the little cheap bar stools. Those are nice and comfy. I couldn't hear before, but now I can. Perfect. Yeah, I hit the microphone. Those of you that jumped on just now, I'm feeling a little under the weather. If I turn the camera around, you'd see I didn't even shave today. I look like a mess. But I still wanted to get on here and say hello. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna tour next week, as well as show you what we got coming in. Let me turn this back around. And also, someone took my gimbal out of the office, out of the kitchen. So now I'm using this small gimbal, my old microphones. So just gotta adapt, I guess. This is another Surveyor that I love, and I always forget. I need to start showing this one. This is I have 3 trailers like this that are very similar. This is actually almost like the 25 SRK. This is a 253 RLS couples coach, but this is just like that Nobo I toured last week. And then I also got a 26 SRD Flagstaff that is super similar to all of these. I'll show you all 3 of them because you'll start to notice a lot of companies, they'll all kind of do the same layout, but the interior color schemes and features and options are all going to be different. But this is a 6-side aluminum frame trailer as well with the tank heaters if you want to camp in cold weather. And the reason you see 2 doors is because when you're going down the road and you need to get to that bathroom, you can still get to it and you can still get to the kitchen. So this is one of my favorite layouts because a lot of brands make it. Pretty nice unit. See what else we got in that I'm going to be touring this coming week. If you're new to the channel or you're just passing through on my live, my normal tours are super in-depth. I'll give you the measurements, the features, the options. I do not just like to come and stand in front of the camera and look pretty. I try to give you as much info as I can. We'll look at the 26 SRD. If there's anything you guys want to see, I know there's not a whole bunch of people on here, but if there's something you want to see or you have questions, feel free to ask, because eventually I feel like this is going to blow up a little more, and then I'm going to have so many people on here I'm not even going to be able to answer all the questions. So if you're the first ones here, it's a great time to ask questions while I can still keep up with them. This is the exact same floor plan as the one I just showed you, but it's going to be a Nobo. So if you don't know what a Nobo is, it's got the beast mode suspension. Check this out. It is crazy. Look at that. There's literally no axle. So when you're going down like rough roads and maybe there's a big boulder, you're not going to be running into those. I can't, let's see, I'll try to show you a little better. Let's see. See how there's no axle? How sweet is that? So we'll go in this one just to give you an idea how these companies will make very similar layouts. The only difference on this one is they didn't give you the U-shaped dinette. They gave you just the 4-seater. But look at how similar this is to the last one I showed you. Look at that. So you get more storage in this right there because of it not being a U-shape. And then you have storage up above. This will be a Schwintek slide. So there is a little bit of a step up right there. It's not super big deal, but Surveyor and Nobo are almost like, I think they come out of the same building too, so you could tell, with the color schemes. Nobo and Surveyor make the best interior trailers, in my opinion. It's very hard because Flagstaff makes a great trailer, but I really like the interior. Look at the wallpaper. I always say it. You got Lassie, you got a cow, you got a cactus, you got a bunny, you got Cowboy Dan somewhere right there. So their interior color schemes and stuff are a lot of fun. It's more like a green tone too that they're using. It's kind of hard to tell. I can't go plug these all in. That's the only downside to doing these lives, is you're having to see it with the lights off. If we come over here, I got another floor plan that is almost the same as the last two I showed you. So this will be a Flagstaff Superlight. So it'll go Flagstaff E-Pro, which is their smaller trailers and they're more off-road compact trailer. It'll go Flagstaff Microlight, which is usually 22 feet to 25 feet. Then it'll go Superlight, and that's when you get into the 30-foot range. And then your Classic. There's no difference in the quality of construction. That's why I love Flagstaff so much. There's some small differences, like you'll get auto level on the Superlight and the Classic, whereas the Microlight will just be stabilizers. Hopefully my audio is still coming through. I'm not seeing too many comments, but this floor plan is awesome. I think I sell it every time it comes. But see how this one's different? The other one had just the 4-seater with the pantry right here. Which one do you guys like more? I really like this. And what I like about what Flagstaff's doing with these tables is you can actually shift this. See how it comes out like that? So usually people that are sitting on this side, they have to be kids because it's so close to them. But them allowing you to move it, you know, you could really utilize that whole table. This is the funniest drawer I've ever seen. Okay, if you guys could tell me what it is, what you could put in here, I do not know. But look at this. What the heck is that? It's literally 2 inches. That's it. What are you gonna put in there? One of my coworkers said maybe knives, so that way it's nice and safe. But I have no idea what you're gonna be putting in that. The 26 model, they did give you a smaller fireplace and more storage. The other one had a long one. Yeah, but that's not very much junk. I got a lot of junk. I ain't gonna be able to put nothing in that. It's just kind of funny. Flagstaff will all have real wood cabinetry, solid surface countertops. It's even got vaulted ceilings, so it's rounded. It's hard to tell on video. Coming in, you got the middle bathroom. So if you have guests, you want a little more privacy when you get in the shower, you could get out and come to the bedroom. You got a slide-out wardrobe. This floor plan sells fast. And again, it has 2 doors, so that way you could still access the bathroom when you're going down the road. A nice glass enclosure. Could the silverware holder fit in that? No, that's what I'm saying. It's so weird. Watch, I'll pull it out for you. Look at this. It's the weirdest thing. Look at that. It won't fit. Yeah, you could put your iPad in there. Important papers. That's pretty funny. That's going to be a nice layout to have. We usually sell that pretty quick. It's got a torsion axle, so it doesn't have a leaf spring axle. It's going to tow much better. It's an automotive grade independent suspension right there. Tons of storage. So this will be a 6-side aluminum frame trailer, so meaning the front wall, the back wall, both side walls, the roof and the floor are all going to be aluminum. Tell them I say, what's up? Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. So that's a cool layout. It was a paperwork drawer. That's what I'm saying. It's a paperwork. I don't know what you're going to put in there. That was the funniest looking drawer I've ever seen. Oh, we did get in the bunkhouse I toured too on the Beast Mode package. So this will have that Beast Mode package down there. So your independent suspension. This is a floor plan without a slide out. So if you want to not worry about slides, this one won't have a slide out. It's got that green Beast Mode color to it. Pop-ups, I'll show you a pop-up. So we got bunks up here, and then you got a little door back there so you can lift this and store more stuff. This does have the Murphy bed. So I'm a fan of Murphy beds because whenever it's raining or you need to come inside, you can put your bed up. Can't really do it with one hand. But then you just put the couch up, and then you have multiple seating areas. So I'm a fan of Murphy beds. If you're looking at anything under 25 feet, I say get a Murphy bed. It's totally worth it, especially if you're getting bunk beds, because you know you're gonna have up to 6 people, and if you only have a 4-seater dinette, that's gonna get old fast. Let's see what pop-ups we got. We're one of the only dealerships in New Mexico that sells pop-ups. We like pop-ups because we know people eventually, you know, they want to upgrade. You know, basically we get a customer for life. Eventually they'll go from a pop-up, then they'll go to, you know, your aluminum sided trailer, then you'll go to a Flagstaff, and then a Riverstone. I'll show you a Riverstone. If you want to see something that's 250 grand, it is literally a house on wheels. It's crazy. So people kind of graduate. The average person buys 5 in their lifetime. So if you don't want to be average, you got to get 6. But yeah, these are going to be the Sabres. These are really cool. I showed you some of those last week. Ooh, I'll show you this impression. This thing is crazy. Kind of low on pop-ups. If you want a good deal on a pop-up, these we bought from a dealership that actually went out of business. So we got a good deal on these. We got these little small ones. The cool thing about these pop-ups is you don't have to put the poles underneath. It's super easy. All you do is just slide it out and you're done. Some of these will have electric lifts too, so you don't even have to crank it. But these pop-ups are pretty fun. Nice big beds. You got your air conditioner on this one. Like for instance, these are usually like $25,000. But because we bought them from that dealership that went under, we passed the discounted price on to you. So this is a $12,595. So with an air conditioner already, that's about a $1,500 air conditioner, 15,000 BTU air conditioner. And then you got your stove top and your fridge. Some of these will have solar as well. So if you want to go boondocking, your solar panels will keep it constantly recharged. Yeah, we usually have a lot of pop-ups. I'm just kind of low right now. This is a big one. This one will have a slide out on it. So it's got tons of room. So that whole wall right there slides out. Then you got your kitchen, nice big beds. Something like these ones do not get cheap. Like if we didn't buy it from the dealership, anything with a slide is gonna be a lot. Look what the MSRP was on that thing. $34,000 down to $17,995. $34,000, that's a lot for a pop-up. But luckily we got a good deal on it. So we are passing it on to the people out here in Albuquerque. All your mattresses will be heated on this. So you got heated mattresses, air conditioner, pretty nice. You even got a bathroom. Some people don't like that, some people do. It's a cassette toilet, so once you set it up, it looks like a little, oh no, this one actually has an actual tank, so you will drain it. It'll have a black tank. Sometimes they have cassette toilets, and you pull out the suitcase, and it's literally, it's kind of gross. Yeah, and then you got to just dump it. Then you have clappers, ones that are like a mixture of a pop-up and a hard side. Those are cool. They just don't have bathrooms in them. Those pop-ups are awesome. I love A-frames. Show you a Riverstone real quick. I just got one in, custom ordered for a customer. They waited about 3 months, but I ordered it to their liking. So not only that, you'll save a lot. If you're out of state from me, we actually have a law called the Sunshine Law, where you can get our sales tax, which is 4%. This customer lived in Arizona, and Arizona's taxes are about 6.2% for the base tax. And then they have county and city multipliers. So the average tax is 8.6% after those county multipliers. And then the highest tax into Arizona is 11%. So he was able to save thousands just by coming here and ordering one. And you do not need a physical address here to get our sales tax. So you'll get a nice chili pepper license plate wherever you live. I get a lot of people from Texas, Arizona, Colorado, because the taxes out there are just crazy. But these Riverstones are mind-blowing. Full body paint. The paint job alone is probably like 30 grand, but it keeps it looking brand new. Like the sun is really harsh on stuff out here, so that full body paint will keep it looking new. And I've showed you this before, but you got your slide out bed, washer dryer prep. It's got 3-inch walls, thermo-paned windows. You could literally go to Alaska in the wintertime with this thing. It is nuts. The one that I showed or custom ordered for a guy, the bed was in the back and it went up on a lift, and then there's a garage underneath the bedroom. So he's going to be putting airplanes in it, like RC airplanes, not like real airplanes, but they're big ones. They're like gas powered. So those are pretty cool. We got a lot of small stuff. What does that say? Dang it, I missed that comment. The sun got in my eyes. I don't know how to pull the comments back up. Let me see. Chat, visible. Oh, a house on wheels, beautiful. Yes, it is. Those are not cheap, but people that are gonna be on the road full time. These Sabres are really cool too. Let's see. I have some more over here. Catalinas are nice. You know, pop-ups and Catalinas, like these small ones, will be about the same price. Like when I showed you that pop-up over there, those are what, like 13,000, 15,000. You can come and get one of these. And I love these little trailers. They're 16 feet. They only weigh about 2,300 pounds. And I'll show you the price on something like this, 16 feet. Nice little unit for two. Got your GE appliances, stovetop, microwave, even your air conditioner is GE, so all name brand appliances. Something like this is pretty affordable. So we're a high volume dealership. We discount things quite a bit, being next to another dealership. I won't mention their name. We're locally owned, whereas they're more like corporate. We are a locally owned dealership, family run, so we will take care of you. So that's something you'll get for about the same price as a pop-up. So if you want the more hard side setup where you're not exposed to the elements as much, those are always really nice. Let me show you this impression over here. This thing is nuts. Let's see here. I hope my screen is doing okay because I forgot to get off the internet from the dealership. So hopefully it's coming through. Not super staticky. So this impression is literally an award-winning floor plan. It is crazy. It comes with everything too already from the factory. You got washer dryer prep, or no, washer and dryer. You got a massive front bathroom. Let's see, okay. So this thing is sweet. I have never seen a table like this before. Look at that. How cool is that? You even got some hidden storage back here as well. Look at that. So if the video is kind of coming out a little staticky, it was my fault because I forgot to get off the internet from the dealership. So it's not normally like that. I just forgot. This is only my third live ever. Third or fourth, and it seems like it's going to be a good way to help you guys answer questions, show you multiple units at once. Look at that. There's actually a vent going out the wall too. This is like a real residential washer and dryer. Got your sink, nice little area to fold your clothes, and then this bathroom is crazy. So you got a Versa bed, so it kind of goes up so that way you have more room in this bedroom. You do not want to sit on it when you're putting it in and out, so you do have to be off of it, but look at this bathroom. How sweet is this? I'll show you the price of this too. You'll be shocked. When the lights are on, it looks so good. You got plenty of room over here, and then dual vanity and sink. And then you also have an area to do your makeup. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, this layout, we sell the fire out of this exact floor plan. The price on something like this, just to give you an idea, and just keep in mind, this is a fifth wheel, and it already has all the appliances. Dishwasher, you got washer, dryer, Let's see what we got here. But our discounts are heavy here. I'm telling you. Original price was 108, 657 down to 69,995. Almost 40 grand in savings on a brand new 2025. So we are aggressive here. And you got to imagine you have all of your appliance already in here for 69,995 all the way down from 108. The manufacturer usually sets they do set the MSRP, and then we discount the trailer. But we are a high volume dealership. Look at all of our duplicates over there. I'm telling you, if you need something, I got it. I showed you this one before last week, but it is so cool. This one has a patio on the side. Sabre was the first company to do this, and they had the rights to be the only company to get this side patio, but they only had it for a year. So now you're going to see a lot of companies copying them. So if you see a patio, it's thanks to this company right here. Nice big flat screen TV with the fireplace and your side patio. How cool is that? It'll hold about 1,500 pounds. You can put your grill out here, hang out. And it comes up like electric too. So just hit a button and it'll go up. Or you could do it manually. It's pretty sweet. It's with a key too. So you just use this key right here. You put a key right here and then you push it up like that. Sabre is probably the brand we sell most of when it comes to fifth wheels, because look at the price on these two. We are the most affordable fifth wheels in the state, I guarantee it. So this is a 2025. Nice pantry, solid core cabinetry. Big bathroom. The 26 models are actually going to have projectors now. So like up here, there'll be a projector, and then you pull the screen down and the bedrooms will all have projectors. You'll even have a projector in the bunk rooms for the kids. So these are very, very cool if you have a big family, but can't go wrong with that. That is nice. We are getting another brand that's huge. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it yet, but we have a brand that we are getting, and it's going to be a game changer. I'm talking like almost like Riverstone level, maybe just right under that. But we are going to be getting another brand here on the lot. I'm pretty excited about that because I'm going to have more tours for you guys on, more luxury fifth wheels. We don't do too many motorhomes. We kind of more specialize in the smaller stuff. And like we'll go up to like 40. Got nice big Raptor toy haulers. So if you got a Harley, you got a toy, one of these would be awesome too. Let me show you. Check out our golf carts. Look at that. You come hang out with me, you'll be cruising in style. It's got speakers, radio. It's even got a horn. Get the heck out of my way. So Raptor is a nice toy hauler. These are like residential grade toy haulers. So we get people that have, side by sides. Like that one has a side patio as well. People that have side by sides, Harleys, things like that. There's one that I wanted to show you, but I can't remember which one it was. So this is a nice toy hauler. You got your L-shaped couch. Big kitchen. Of course, with fifth wheels, you're going to have a lot more headspace in this versus your tow behind. I'm telling you, when the lights are on these, it looks so nice. There's another one I wanted to show you, but this is what a toy hauler is. Nice big 13-foot garage. Multiple beds. You got one up there, and then this will turn to a bed. You could even put this down as a patio. Have, kick back here, hang out, have your patio down, and you got your doors right there. And it looks like it might have a second bathroom. Whoa, kill myself. So it's actually a full bathroom. That's nice. So a full bathroom and almost like a 13-foot garage. That is great. So if the kids are back there, they have their own bathroom. They don't need to be running up here to use this bathroom. These will all have generators. You know, sometimes they'll even have fueling stations, so you'll have an actual like gas pump on the trailer, and some of them will even have, you know, air compressors to fill up your tires. These are really cool trailers. If you're kind of adventurous and you have those side by sides or anything like that, these are not. Let's see, we have these discounted quite a bit. So that's what you're looking at on a Raptor. This is a, what year is this? This is a 24 model. I do have one 25. Oh, I'll show you the best deal on the lot. This is literally the best deal on the lot. This will be a 2022. It is new. We just ordered so many of these. It's just kind of the last one that we have. There was also a lot of forest fires in 2022 out here in New Mexico, so a lot of people weren't buying. So sometimes you'll still find a 22 in New Mexico because of that. So you'll get a smoking deal on this. I'll tell you the price once we get to showing you all of it. It's got a long couch. This one has two patios. So you have one in the back, so that'll fold down. And then you have this one over here. And it looks like you have half bath. Look at that. Is that weird that we have to warn people not to pee in the toilets? I have a funny story. One time, there was a kid with his parents, and he definitely went to the bathroom in the toilet of a brand new trailer. You can't get mad at the kid. You know, he didn't know. He just saw a bathroom. At least he went in there. They ended up buying it, though, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But he got a, what do you say, Christian it, or I don't know what it's called. But yeah, he went to the bathroom in a brand new trailer. I was laughing so hard. So the price on this, we will see. I have had an older lady ask if she could go into the bathroom in a trailer. I was like, what are you talking about? So you got a king bed in this, slide out wardrobe. I need to fix that. Who's been laying in here? I can't say it. So something like this, 2022, brand new. We'll still have a manufacturer warranty, but we need to sell this thing, and look at, we almost have 80 grand off the price for this. So if you're looking for a good deal with a generator, fueling station, big garage, we got it from 161 down to 84,995. Christening. So that's probably the best deal on the lot right there. If you're looking for a toy hauler, we did get in a trade-in. I showed it last week, but I'm going to show it again because I really want to sell it. And also, it's a Flagstaff. And the guy that bought it, he used it literally 2 or 3 times. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm just done RVing. So, or no, he got a trade-in. He traded it in for a, what was it? I think he got bunk beds for the grandkids. That's what it was. So he traded this in, and it is like in perfect shape. The outside is kind of, looks good. You know, with the sun out here, it's kind of crazy. This is a Flagstaff microlight. And I think we have it down to like 32,995 or 33. It is a 2021. Might even be a 22. I'm sorry, guys. We just got it, so I don't know. I have been in it once, and it is in great shape. It looks like it's new, seriously. So this is going to be a front kitchen. Check it out. I love front kitchens, but the tongue weight tends to be a little heavier, so you will need a weight distribution hitch. If you're looking at one of these new, like a 2026, somewhere in the 40s, we're in the market for 7,500 pounds. I do like the Flagstaff microlights and Surveyors. Yeah, those are all great options. If you need me to tell you the differences between Surveyor and Flagstaff, actually, I'll just tell you. So, like Flagstaff and Surveyor are all 6-side aluminum framed, which is awesome, meaning the front wall, the back wall, both side walls, the roof, and the floor. But Flagstaff aluminum frames literally everything. I can't lift this, but see how underneath the bed it's aluminum? Most companies it'll be wood. Another difference between a Surveyor and a Flagstaff is this will have a torsion axle, independent suspension, whereas the Surveyor will just be your standard leaf spring. There is pros to getting a leaf spring because you could flip the axles real easy and lift it. So that'll be another difference. The other difference is both will use composite outer walls to help with delamination issues, but Flagstaff double layers it. So it'll be on the outside walls and your inside walls, fully composite material, 1800 watt inverter. And on the Surveyor, you're just getting 400 watts of solar. It won't have the inverter. You do get 400 watts on the Surveyors, and on the Flagstaffs, you'll get 200 watts. What else is the difference? Yeah, I mean, they're very close, like very close. But that's what I like about our dealership so much is we don't make it confusing for the customer to buy. You tell me what you're looking for based off your needs. I will show you that. You know, if you're just a weekend warrior, maybe you're gonna go out just a few times. I can't see that message. Whoops. Then you know, maybe a Catalina for 20 grand is gonna be better. Or if you want like the super high-end stuff because you're gonna hit the road for extended periods of time, then a Flagstaff is good. But if you still want like really good construction built, but you don't need all the bells and whistles, that's where like a Surveyor 27 Camp will be good for. I'm pretty excited to be getting all this other stuff in. Like I said, this week I will be touring the ones I showed you. Thank you for your videos. Yeah, of course, I appreciate you guys coming on. I really think this is gonna take off. I can't read the rest of your message, I don't know where it went, but I really think this is gonna take off because you know, you don't have to go to the dealership. You could literally just come hang out with me, tell me what you're looking for, and I could show you different options on the lot. Or if you're just kind of confused with certain options and features, you know, you could call me or leave a comment right here live, and I'm able to answer you immediately. Like, it's genius. I don't know why no one else is doing it. It's probably because it's nerve-wracking. The first time I got live, I was like, oh my God, I was super nervous. I wish we lived closer to you, Tyler. I've been binge watching. I appreciate that, Matt. That makes me super happy. We'll ship one to you. But now I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. But this is gonna be a bunkhouse Surveyor, the MDBLE. So like I said, this will be different than a Flagstaff because it'll have a torsion or a leaf spring axle, and it'll still have that composite outer wall, which is called Asdale. That's the brand of the material. Usually the way they make these walls, it'll go fiberglass, then it'll go Luan, which is just wood, a thin sheet of wood that'll go across it. Then it'll go the rigid block foam, and then your aluminum framing. Luan, you got to imagine if for some weird reason water was to get into those walls, like what happens when wood gets wet? Sorry, I'm reading comments at the same time. Sell me a 30-foot without a dinette couples camper. All right, let me think of one of those after this. So with this material, the composite material, basically it's waterproof. They put it in water for months and months until they got sick of looking at it, and it did not degrade. So with Luan, if it gets wet, it's gonna get moldy, mildew. It's gonna literally start separating from the walls. I'm sure you've seen them out there when they bubble. That means that the walls have gotten water damage. So these will have that composite material in it. That would be like a must for if I was buying a fiberglass trailer. Let me think of a 30-foot without a dinette. Tough thing about that is usually when they're 30-foot, they always put a dinette and a couch, you know, because there's just so much room. But I'll show you a couple 30-foot trailers. This will be a 2026, almost like the Beast Mode. Got your farm style sink. Yeah, we're getting traction. We got a bunch on here now. You got your Murphy bed and dinette. See how easy this is? I could just go in and out of trailers as long as we want until I get a customer. The 19 MD is the one I was ready to buy when we rented it. Did not work at all. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice layout. Something like a 2400 RK. Is that an Imagine? Vibe? I don't have Vibe. Is that a manufacturer? Sounds familiar. So yeah, definitely consider getting that composite material because it's definitely going to help the longevity of your trailer over time. You're not going to have to worry as much about delamination. See, like a 30-foot over here, these are all going to have a dinette and a like a couch. That's the tough thing. Let's see. That one, let's see what that one is. I think that one has a dinette though, but we'll show you. It's a really nice layout. So this will be a Surveyor couples coach. Let's see. That is, Forest River is the manufacturer. Oh yeah, okay, Vibe. I have heard of it. We do not have that, unfortunately. This will be a 252 RBLE, but as you can see, it's gonna have the dinette. It is going to be 5,800 pounds and 29 feet 7 inches, and that's total length. That does not include, that includes the front. So the box is probably like 26 feet. But I love this layout. This is a great floor plan. It's got plenty of storage, lots of counter space. You got multiple sitting areas. So you got your theater seating right here. Those will recline. Rockwood 2513S. I do have, that trailer will be 25 feet 11 inches total. So I do have a lot of them that are like that, but it won't be 30 feet. Anything that's a microlight or ultra, or like the Flagstaff microlight or Rockwood microlight, they're both going to be 25 feet 11 inches. That's as big as they make them for the microlights, and it starts at like 22 feet. So this is a great layout. You got a big bathroom because it's in the back right here. Pretty nice. And I always love when they give you plenty of storage for towels. You know, maybe even winter clothes if you're going to be out for a long extended period of time and you need both options. You got a hanging wardrobe right here. Some more added storage for towels and stuff like that. So yeah, Surveyor, and I'm telling you, Surveyor and Nobo have the best interiors because like that's cool. Flagstaff doesn't do that, but Flagstaffs are really nice. So you got a north-south bed. If you're new to the RV industry, just keep in mind a lot of times they'll do an RV queen, which is 60 by 74. So if you can get one that's 60 by 80, you know, I always say it, I'm not going to lie to you, these mattresses in RVs suck. So if it's a 60 by 80, you can actually go out and get yourself a Tempur-Pedic, or you can get yourself a nice pad to put on here. You won't have to worry about the bed hanging over. North-south, meaning it's facing this way, so you can get out without disturbing your partner. This model is going to be 252 RBLE Surveyor. But I love it. It's perfect. I like that the TV's straight on. What do you recommend for a hunting travel trailer? It kind of depends on the person because, you know, I know a lot of people when they're hunting, it's going to be cold out. Can you actually see the TV from the couch? Yeah, I'll show you. So you're going to probably want something that is 4-season. So meaning it has an enclosed and heated underbelly, or you want tank heaters because usually when people are hunting, it's cold. But if you're just wanting something affordable, there's ways around it, you know, like these Catalinas, some of them, they don't have a heated and enclosed underbelly. So you could do a couple different things. You could either get tank heaters where there's 12-volt heat pads on the tanks, or you can get it enclosed, or, you know, if you're just gonna go out camping, fishing, hunting and stuff, you can bring your own water along too. Just because it's not extended season does not mean that you can't use it in winter. These heaters in these trailers are really good. So don't be too concerned about that. I mean, if you're going to Alaska in the wintertime and something, you're gonna be cold, but like anywhere here in New Mexico where it still gets cold, the heater in these is gonna be just fine. I used to have a manager that she had an A-frame pop-up. Thank you, Matt. And she went to Angel Fire in the wintertime, which is like a ski town. And she was toasty in it. She even took her son. The only thing is she had to take water bottles along because in that instance, there was no enclosed and heated underbelly. And so she just couldn't have her tanks freeze. 4 seasons tank heater, Nobo. Yes. Nobos are awesome. This one's sweet. Look at this nice beast of a trailer. This is an 18-foot, or I think it's like right around 18 feet. This thing is so cool. Look at that. Single axle. It's got the beast mode suspension. Look how short. Look at it. This thing is made to go anywhere. Like if you're wanting a hunting trailer, look at this thing with the suspension. You could literally go anywhere. It's always funny to me, the manufacturer calls it racing inspired. I say it in every video. I'm like, I don't know about all that, but it is a Kurt independent suspension. It will flex, and then you also don't have the middle. Axel, how does selling shipping work for us up in Seattle? New Mexico tax rate? Or, yeah, I don't know if you were on a set. Yes, it will have solar panel, 400 watts of solar and 2,000 watt inverter. So Matt, I don't know if you've watched some of my other videos. I have tons of people that have ordered from me because we have a law called the Sunshine Law. And basically what it is you can get a recreational vehicle here and get our sales tax without having a physical address, which is 4%. So I could save you thousands because I know a lot of these states, you know, they'll have like a base tax of 6%, and then they have city and county multipliers. And so it could get upwards to 11%. So imagine how much you could save buying here. Maybe you could come out here, take a trip, eat some green chili. I'll tell you all the good places to get food if you like spicy food, and we'll save you thousands of dollars. One thing I'm bummed out about on the 26 Nobos is they got rid of this sink. Such a bummer. This is so cool. Now it's just a normal farm style sink. This one had like different trays if you don't want to fill up the whole sink. You got a waterfall spout. You got a soap dispenser. This is how you shut the plumbing right there. And then you got a cup cleaner. I always say to my videos, do not touch that if you're out looking at trailers because you will squirt antifreeze everywhere. Of course I did that. And my manager had his $200 polo sweater on and he got pink stuff all over it. I felt bad. See, so this will have tank heaters. Let me show you. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. So this is tank heaters, see? So heated holding tank system. So you'll have one for the fresh, the gray, and the black. I'm a fan of the tank heaters because if it's just heated and enclosed, that means you have to keep your heater running the entire time. Like if you're out hunting or fishing, do you want to have to keep your heater running the whole day? Because then you're going to be wasting propane. So I'm a fan of the 12 volt heat pads. That is the way to go. This is still heated and enclosed underneath. So you could see all underneath. It's all buttoned up nicely, heated and enclosed. But definitely get the 12 volt or the heat, or have like a forced air going under it. Do not go with radiant heat. I'm not a fan of radiant heat. I don't know why they advertise that. I just don't think it works as good. How many can this trailer sleep? The one I just showed you, it will sleep 2, or no, I mean you could sleep another person, but I will show you. It's kind of goofy. It's a little goofy. I think it's more for just like, I think it's more just for, you know, a couple. Maybe if you have a small grandchild or smaller child. This is when you just go buy a tent, tell them to sleep outside. Beggars can't be choosers. See, look at that. I don't know if you could see, but that's how big it is. Can you see me? Like, I'm 5'7", so it's not like super big. It's really just like a lounge couch, like a love seat. And then this will fold up. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. See? So you could sleep 2. But shoot, just put a cot down. If you guys were able to see this in person, the floor space is crazy. It's like a dance floor. So you put a cot down too. But that is definitely pretty small. See? Look at how nice this is working out. Look at me, look at me. I am roasting. Yeah, so you're able to see all these trailers from the comfort of your couch, and I think that is awesome. This is going to be a game changer. It's the future. Come shop with Tyler. You don't even have to be here in person, and he'll be able to answer your questions. I think people are mainly not doing it because it is kind of nerve-wracking at first, you know, talking and hoping you don't mess up. You guys ever seen a destination trailer? It's kind of it's different. So these have the nice big back patio on it. But these are nice, you know, if you have some land and you just want to park it on some property at the lake, at Elephant Butte, where there's not really any water anymore. But the patio is awesome. Look at this. Kick back, throw the grill on here, put a hot tub out here. I'm curious, do I have an accent? Because you know how when you like live in certain states, like in New Mexico, people say that it sounds like we drag our words on. I always wonder that in my videos, if people are like, where the heck is he from? He has an accent. So up here, I don't hear an accent. Cool. Coming through good then. I don't sound slow. So up here, the only downside is you can't really like stand up. You know, you kind of have to crawl. But it's got the fireplace. It's got 2 air conditioners. It's got a ceiling fan. It's got another loft over there for the kids. And it does have a projector like I was talking about. So you pull this down and then you got a nice little projector. This will turn to a bed as well. California in the house. And then you got nice counter space. Wait till I show you the price on this. It's not bad considering all the appliances. You got washer, dryer, you got your dishwasher, a residential size fridge. Like, this is nicer than my fridge at home. I mean, that's not saying a lot, but look at that. How cool would it be to park this on some property and just rent it out like an Airbnb or something? You know, you don't even have to build a second house. Just throw this on some property that's in a desired location. You will make bank. And then you'll own the trailer by them paying for it. But look at the price on this. If you parked this, if you bought this, look at that. $54,638 down to $39,995 with all the features, options, heated and enclosed underbelly, 2 air conditioners, and a patio. Yeah, that's awesome, huh? Super cool. The only thing about it is these sit a lot higher. So I feel like these are more designed for people to park, you know, and not always be going down the road, but like you could still definitely move it. Let's see, let me go straight, come on. There, we made it, yeah. But see, look, I'll show you, it sits pretty high. Make sure I don't crash my golf cart, that'd be awful. Look at that, see? It's a little funky. But yeah, that'll be the Catalina destination. I went on pretty long. Does it look like I worked hard? It is hot out here. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Come on next week. I'm gonna try to do it every Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Come on, hang out with me, ask questions. I'll show you some trailers. I think this is gonna be an awesome way to kind of interact with you guys and also, you know, help you kind of answer some of the questions you might have, because I know it's a big landscape. It's hard to get everything answered. So feel free to come on and ask as many questions as you want. There is no stupid question, because I know it can be confusing. I still learn stuff every day in this industry. So come on next Sunday. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good evening, and thank you so much for all your support. I love you guys. All right, bye.